opening courtesies, let me hand it over to you, Your Excellency. I thank you.
Thank you very much, my dear brother. I will speak in Arabic and someone will translate to you. أنا جد سعيد اليوم باستقبال صديقي وزميلي دافيد جون فرانسيس، وزير خارجية سيراليون، الذي يقوم بزيارة إلى المغرب. هذه الزيارة تأتي في إطار التطور المتواصل الذي تشهده العلاقات الثنائية بين البلدين في السنوات الأخيرة. علاقات قائمة أولا على الصداقة المتينة والتضامن بين جلالة الملك محمد السادس وأخيه فخامة الرئيس جوليوس مادا بيو. هذه الزيارة مناسبة لترجمة طموح ورؤية جلالة الملك وفخامة الرئيس لتطوير العلاقات الثنائية بين البلدين. وفي هذا الصدد في اللقاء اللي أجريته مع صديقي وأخي دافيد جون فرانسيس تطرقنا إلى تطور العلاقات الثنائية بين البلدين. وفي هذا الإطار كما لاحظت وقعنا على خارطة الطريق للتعاون بين البلدين في مجموعة من القطاعات المهمة كالفلاحة، كالسياحة، كالصيد، كالتكوين وغيرها من القطاعات. واليوم العلاقات كتشهد واحد النقلة نوعية، أولا من خلال قرار جمهورية سيراليون فتح سفارة في الرباط وقنصلية عامة في مدينة الداخلة. كما اتفقنا كذلك على التحضير لعقد اللجنة العليا المشتركة في بداية السنة المقبلة في فريتاون. وفي إطار رؤية قائدي البلدين جلالة الملك وفخامة الرئيس للتنمية البشرية والتكوين كعنصر أساسي للتنمية، اتفقنا على تخصيص 70 منحة للطلبة من سيراليون في المغرب، بما فيها 20 منحة في الأقاليم الجنوبية.
from Sierra Leone, among which 20 will go to the southern provinces in the southern
20 will go to the south. كما اتفقنا كذلك على أن عقد اللجنة المشتركة في السنة المقبلة غادي تكون متزامنة مع فتح تمثيلية دبلوماسية مغربية في فري تاون وعقد منتدى رجال أعمال بين البلدين.
We also agreed that the holding of the mixed commission next year in Freetown will coincide with the opening of a Moroccan representation in Freetown.
وكذا عقد منتدى لرجال الأعمال بين البلدين.
As well as a business forum with businessmen from both countries.
في إطار كذلك التنسيق والتضامن بيننا اتفقنا على دعم المتبادل لترشيحاتنا في المنظمات الدولية والإقليمية، وفي هذا الإطار سيدعم المغرب ترشيح سيراليون لعضوية غير دائمة بمجلس الأمن الدولي في الفترة 2024-2025.
We also agreed in the framework of solidarity between our two countries to endorse and support each other's candidatures to positions among organizations, regional and international organizations. In this regard, Morocco will endorse Sierra Leone's candidature to the UN Security Council for 2024-2023.
هذا جزء من الاتفاقات اللي وصلنا لها والتفاهمات اللي وصلنا لها في إطار ترجمة طموح ورؤية جلالة الملك وفخامة الرئيس، وكذا في إطار تنفيذ خارطة الطريق للتعاون التي تم التوقيع عليها اليوم. وشكرا.
Your Excellency, thank you very much for the practical content and the concrete commitments that you've made and outlined in the area of capacity building, in the area of support for our UN Security Council seat bid. Well, I'm very pleased. The testimony of the signing of the roadmap for political cooperation that we've just completed is a testimony of the nature, the quality, and the content of our very strong and long-standing bilateral relations. Your Excellency, what we're doing here is really just to take forward what our two heads of state want us to do, to bring two parts of Africa together as one, the Kingdom of Morocco and the beautiful country of Sierra Leone. Your Excellency, the roadmap is very clear, but to be able to translate the contents of the roadmap, I'm very pleased that tomorrow we'll be officially opening the Sierra Leone Embassy in the Kingdom of Morocco. That in itself is a testament of our commitment that we are here for the long haul and we believe in this African solidarity and Pan-African brotherhood and sisterhood. Your Excellency, we also look to the opening of the Embassy of the Kingdom of Morocco in Freetown. And I'm very pleased with all the assurances that you've given. Because when we do that, then together we have our first point of call in our respective countries for collaboration and coordination. Your Excellency, one thing I'm very certain about is that Sierra Leone is a land of tremendous opportunities. Opportunities for trade and investment in the agriculture sector, in the mining sector, in the fisheries sector, in the tourism sector, in the energy sector, and of course, in the infrastructural sector. And there's so much that we can learn from the Kingdom of Morocco. I was very pleased, Your Excellency, when you said 15 years ago, the number one aspect of the GDP was agriculture, and then second, tourism. But today, it's automobile and aeronautics. Phenomenal transformation. Sierra Leone, as a small, emerging country, we have no small dreams. So we want to learn from the King of Morocco how you have made that transformation. And that is why His Excellency, the President Dr. Julius Maada Bio, has made it a priority to focus on investment in human capital development. As I indicated to you, even at the height of COVID-19 pandemic, we never reduced our budgetary allocation. So today, and we continue to allocate 22% of our national budget the GDP to education alone. So 2.6 million children out of a population of 7 million people go to school free. And in some areas where they are deprived conditions of poverty, we provide school feeding programs to increase school enrollment and retention. So trade and investment is a very important component of what we want to do. But to be able to do that, the political component is also very important. So that is why we support the Kingdom of Morocco and the Federal Republic of Nigeria's gas pipeline project. This for us is important. Again, I take a leaf from you, Your Excellency, that as you said that a couple of years ago, in the 90s, the access to electricity was 52% in the kingdom. And today, it's 91% in the kingdom. So with this gas pipeline project, we have no doubt that Sierra Leone will be a beneficiary of this as part of the 15 member countries. And this demonstrates the leadership and the global standing of the Kingdom of Morocco to support energy security and access to electricity for ordinary peoples across the West African sub-region itself. Politics is never far from development. And that is why I'm very pleased, Your Excellency, about your ringing endorsements for a bid for a seat in the UN Security Council in the non-permanent category for 2024-2025, of which election will be held in June 2023. You have been part of the UN Security Council non-permanent category. We know you have a wealth of experience and expertise, and make no mistake, we will be knocking on your door for that expertise. So it is not just canvassing and soliciting your support, but also to share with you your wealth of experience and expertise. And I did say that the Kingdom of Morocco is a global player, albeit in Africa and in other parts of the world. Your membership of OIC is key. Your membership of the Arab League is key. So we want to come to you again to leverage that global standing and leadership to support our UN Security Council bid. Because as you know, the African vote amounts only to 54 votes. We need to have 2/3, that's 97 votes. So we want to come back to you again to provide that additional support. And Your Excellency, be rest assured that we will support and will endorse and canvass and campaign for your seat in the UN Security Council in the non-permanent category for 2028-2029. Because we know when you are there, you will cater for the interests of Sierra Leone. Likewise, Sierra Leone being in the UN Security Council will also cater for the political aspirations and interests of the Kingdom of Morocco. Your Excellency, given the special relationship between our two countries and peoples, we are very clear that we want to expand our diplomatic footprint across the kingdom. And it is on that light that I want to announce that we will be establishing, in addition to officially opening the embassy, the Sierra Leone embassy in the Kingdom of Morocco, I have already directed my ambassador to progress the opening of Consulate General in the cities of Dakhla and Lyon. That for us is important because it demonstrates the strength of our partnership, but also the Moroccan Sahara issue in terms of our position and our understanding the territorial sovereignty of the Kingdom of Morocco over Moroccan Sahara. We support the UN position on this in terms of the political negotiation. So, Your Excellency, we do not want to limit ourselves only to the main cities of the kingdom. We also want to look to establish honorary consuls in the city of Casablanca, but also in the city of Marrakesh. I think that is important as well, because we want to make sure that our diplomatic footprint is across the kingdom, so we can leverage opportunities from that as well. Your Excellency, one final point I want to put on the table as part of the roadmap is that how do we bring our relationships in terms of benefits for the ordinary people of Morocco and the ordinary people of Sierra Leone, in addition to opening our embassy in the Kingdom of Morocco, but also opening your own embassy in Freetown, Sierra Leone. We are looking to visa-free travel for holders of Sierra Leone passports, the ordinary Sierra Leone passport holders, because we think they are the direct beneficiaries. And as you know, Your Excellency, we already have visa-free travel for holders of diplomatic and service passports. But we want to bring it to the people to make it much more relevant and impactful on the ordinary lives of people. And I'm very pleased, Your Excellency, with your consideration that you will engage with your colleague ministers, especially Internal Affairs and Immigration, to look to facilitating this process as well. But one small ask I would want to put on the table for your consideration, Your Excellency, is for those Sierra Leoneans who have been here for a period of time, say 5 years, and without documentation, that if you could graciously consider amnesty for them. That way, we bring our partnership in terms of the ordinary lives of the people of Sierra Leone who are resident in this country. I think this is something we can work on. But to take all of this forward, I like your idea of joint commission. And Your Excellency, let me, on behalf of the delegation, let me extend an invite to you to consider a reciprocal visit to Sierra Leone to coincide with the joint commission framework, say between February and March, so we have enough time to prepare. And as you've stated, we will look at the bilateral issues that we want to progress, but also the key contents and parameters of the joint commission. But I also hope that since you have an outstanding fleet, and I've seen some of your planes, that you can have probably one of the largest planes to take to Freetown. Don't worry, we have a very good airport to bring a delegation of trade and investment and business sector. No country has ever developed without the private sector. So we want to make sure that our relationship also anchors on the private sector. I thank you very much, Your Excellency.
شكرا على كل هذه الكلمة. شكرا كذلك، وأنا كان بتعليمات من جلالة الملك غادي سنشتغل معا لتحقيق كل هذه العناصر. أريد أن أشكرك بالخصوص على إعلان فتح القنصلية العامة في مدينة الداخلة الصحراء المغربية. نتمنى أن هذا الإعلان بحال اتفقنا غيكون في الأسبوع المقبل بشكل عملي في مدينة الداخلة بالتنسيق مع السفارة. هذه غادي تكون القنصلية 25 في الأقاليم الجنوبية في الشهور الأخيرة، وهذا كيأكد الدعم المتواصل على المستوى الدولي وخاصة الإفريقي لمغربية الصحراء. وكنشكروا كذلك على دعم سيراليون لأنبوب الغاز بين المغرب ونيجيريا، واللي كيمر عبر 15 دولة، واللي هو مشروع يسهر عليه شخصيا جلالة الملك بالنظر إلى أهميته في الاندماج الإفريقي وفي تنمية دول غرب إفريقيا على وجه الخصوص. مرة أخرى شكرا جزيلا.
قبل ما تخرجوا ما تنسوش تابوناو في العشان يوتيوب وبارطاجيو الفيديو وديروا جيم وتابعوا الدار على مواقع التواصل الاجتماعي.